Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Video Gamer 64 slash PlayStation 4 Gamer 64 here, and today I am going to be doing my entire PlayStation 2 collection. I know it ain't going to be as many other people have, but who cares? As long as people play, the system is okay. And anyway, the PlayStation 2 is a wonderful system. It's probably my favorite system of the 6th generation consoles, out of all the 6th generation consoles. And I've been a fan of PlayStation 2 for many years now. I had over 200 video games in my collection in the past, just for the PS2 alone. And after I sold some of them just to get movies and stuff, I said I'm planning on just getting rid of most of my movies and just collect video games again. And this time just strictly collect video games. Anyway guys, this is only going to be on the Video Gamer 64 channel and on my PlayStation 4 Gamer 64 channel on VidLii. But other than that, on other sites it's just going to be on the Video Gamer 64 channel. On YouTube, MetaJolt, and VidLii, of course. Anyways, guys, let's get started with this beautiful game collection that I have. First one I got in my hands right now is Mortal Kombat Deception. One of the best Mortal Kombat games I have ever played. I kicked many asses in this game. And, in my opinion, this is probably my top 3 favorite Mortal Kombat games of all time. I played so many of them. Next, this is one of the original PS2 games that I kept ever since I was a kid. I got it when I was 7 years old. It's one of the best racing games I've ever played on the PlayStation 2, in my opinion it is. And that is Kombat. I love this street racing game. I mean, not a street racing, but kind of. Anyway, I love this game. It is one of my favorite racing games that I've ever owned. And I highly recommend these games of Mortal Kombat Deception and Kombat. Really love this game. And it looks beautiful on the back. Just take a look at that. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. Next we have one of my favorite Western games of all time. I love Red Dead Redemption, but something about Gun. I love the game Gun. It has a charm to it. I beated this game, I first beat this game back in 2005. And I've been beating, every year I go back to play this and beat the game. So since 2005 all the way to now, I haven't played it this year yet. And so far I have beaten it 12 times. And that is Gun on PlayStation 2. I love Gun. Beaten it, I think, 9 times on the PS2 version. And 10 times on the PS2 version, or something like that, and then I beat it a couple other times on the 360. But anyway guys, this is probably my favorite Western game of all time. I highly recommend this. Next we have Mortal Kombat Armageddon. This is probably my favorite Mortal Kombat game on the PlayStation 2, to be honest with y'all. I love the characters. There's an insane amount of characters in this game. You got Scorpion, Sub-Zero. I'm trying to think who else. There's so many of them. I just can't list them all. Anyway, guys, I recommend all of this. Recommend all of you to play this. Next, we have 2 copies of Smackdown vs. Raw, the original. One of them greatest hits, and the other one non-greatest hits. Anyway, 2 copies of this. So nice you have to get it twice. 2 copies of it. Highly recommend that wrestling game. It's truly one of the best wrestling games of all time. Next we got a classic PS2 game right here. It's popular, and it's a popular PS2 game, and it's known as one of the best by many people. And it's an awesome game. And that's Kingdom Hearts. I have the greatest hits version. And I think this game is awesome. Recommend it if any of you don't have it. Next we have PacMan World Rally. I haven't got that far into this, but from what I played of it, I love it. I freaking love it. It is an awesome game. Highly recommend all of you get it. Next we got Guitar Hero 1. I remember when this game came out, I was like, oh my god, I've got to play this. And I don't know if any of you ever had similar memories as I did, but at Walmart they used to have Guitar Hero displays, and you could play Guitar Hero and stuff, try to beat other people's high scores and stuff. It was so fun. Love it. And you got songs on here like Sympathy for Destruction, Smoke on the Water, More Than a Feeling, Iron Man, let's see, Cowboys from Hell, and all of them. Ace of Spades, that's a good song. I highly recommend that game if any of you haven't played it yet. You can also play it with a PS2 controller. I tried that, and I highly recommend using the guitar more though than the controller to play it with. Anyway, next, I got this game for free from my cousin, and that is WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. To me, this is one of my favorite wrestling games of all time. I highly recommend all of you to play this. This is when wrestling was still good. Not that PG bullcrap they got out now. But I highly recommend this wrestling game. Next we have MLB 08 The Show, which is a classic baseball game from 2008 or 2007. And no, I did not pay that price of $40. My cousin obviously did, and I got this one for free. And I think this is a great baseball game, one of the greatest baseball games I ever played. And I know many people hate sports games or dislike them, but if any of you love baseball or some sports games in general, I highly recommend this one. I'm more of a baseball fan and basketball fan than any of them, of the sports. Next we have my favorite Grand Theft Auto game of all time. I love San Andreas. It's my second favorite Grand Theft Auto game, but to me number one is Vice City. I love Grand Theft Auto Vice City. At one time I had 3 copies of this game. Yeah, literally 3 copies of this game. Now I'm down to 1, and to me this is my favorite Grand Theft Auto game. I remember going to my cousin's house and just literally played the shit out of this game. I used to play this like crazy. I was like 10 years old, and I know that's messed up, but when I was 10 I used to play this all the time, drive around, play music, 80s music, and it reminds me of Miami Vice, the 80s TV show. Anyway, I recommend this game 100% to all the gamers that have not played this game. One of the best Grand Theft Auto games ever made. In my opinion, it's the greatest, but it's known as one of the greatest by many people. Next, my favorite game in the series is Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. I love this game. Back a few years ago when I got it complete in box, literally for 50 cents. I'm not joking. I went to this garage sale and I got it for 50 cents. Oh, I was so lucky. And I beat it every single Max Payne game. Max Payne 1, Max Payne 2, and Max Payne 3. And get this, what's weird about it is that I beat it Max Payne 1 on the original Xbox. Then I beat it Max Payne 2 on the PlayStation 2. Then I played Max Payne 3 and beat that on the Xbox 360. So, Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox consoles, I beat it. How weird is that? Next we got a very violent game. It's pretty gory, and I mean not gory, but well, basically gory, but I love it. It's a great game. I highly recommend people my age to play it, you know. This used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid. Like that cover of it used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. And that's Manhunt. Controversial game, banned in multiple countries. And to me, this is one of the best PS2 games I've ever played. Next we have World Poker Tour. I love messed up on my words, tongue twist. I love World Poker Tour. I played the crap out of this game. Literally came in first place one time. I'm proud to say I came in first place in a poker game. And anyway, I spent hours and hours playing this game. And me and my cousin used to play this all the time every time he came down from Mississippi. We would literally have a great time playing this. This is one of the games I kept after all these years. Next we had WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2006. I remember when this game came out. I got this back in 05, 06 or something like that. This game is awesome. I remember when I first stuck this game in my PS2. It was so fun playing this game. And just beating people up. And I believe this is the first wrestling game to ever have buried alive matches. And this game was so fun back then, and it still is now. I highly recommend y'all to play that game. Next we have one of my all-time favorite games on the PlayStation 2, and one of my favorite games of all time, and that's Scarface. I am a huge fan of the movie, 1983 movie and the 1930s movie Scarface, but to me you can't beat the 1983 Scarface movie. I love the game. It is so fun. It takes place like what would have happened if Tony Montana survived the gunshot wound in the back, and stuff like that. It's really good. I highly recommend y'all to play this game. Next, my cousin got me this game years ago. Fell in love with it. True Crime Streets of LA. I love the cover of it. It's pretty epic looking. It's a really good crime game. I highly recommend y'all to play this game. Next we got Guitar Hero Aerosmith. This is a pretty good game. I highly recommend y'all to play that one too. Next we have Grand Theft Auto 3. The first 3D Grand Theft Auto game that ever come out. And I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Did you know that at one time I heard this, and I thought, I could have sworn I seen a video of it on YouTube a while back, years ago, that this was originally going to be released on the Sega Dreamcast as well, but instead it wasn't released. It was going to be released, but it got canceled because the Sega Dreamcast got discontinued in 2001 in the United States. So we got the PS2 release of this, and I don't know if I think it was just on PS2. I'm not for sure. And anyway, a great Grand Theft Auto game. I highly recommend Grand Theft Auto 3 to anybody that has not played this yet. True classic, indeed. Next we got WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW. Great wrestling game, highly recommended. And I thought I got rid of 2 of my copies on Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but I got another one. Anyway, guys, like I said, I recommend this game. My favorite Grand Theft Auto game of all time. Next, we got WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2009. Good wrestling game, and I highly recommend this one too. Next, I'm going to just show these. I have not played these. I played one of the football games years ago, but I don't remember which one it was. And I got walked in it because I'm not good at football. I'm not familiar with the rules and everything. I wouldn't mind learning about football more and getting into it. But anyway, Madden 2008 and Madden 2005. Next we got a great western game right here, Dead Revolver. I believe this was the first Red Dead game to be released in the series. I cannot wait for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think it's going to be a great game. And yeah, and Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360 or PS3, that game was freaking awesome. But this game, I think, is what started it all in the Red Dead series. Highly recommend this one. This one's very good too. Next, we got Guitar Hero 2. This game is so fun. I highly recommend y'all to play this. It has some songs like "You Really Got Me," "War Pigs," "Crazy on You," "Carry On Wayward Son," one of the best songs. "Heart Shaped Box," which is weird because I just mentioned a song and it's by that band right there. Let's see, I'm going to try to get my right there, Nirvana. And there's so many good songs on that game to play. Next, Hitman Blood Money. Great Hitman game. I found it to be pretty challenging because I haven't played this game too much, but from what I played, it was pretty challenging. But anyway, guys, if any of you haven't played this, I highly recommend it. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the PS2 games that I have. And like I said, I don't have nearly as much as I did before. I had like over 200 PlayStation 2 games in the past. Sold them, got some movies and stuff like that. But I'm strictly going to focus on video games. And hopefully I can stay like that instead of focusing on different stuff. I have got me some vinyl records recently. And got me 2 Game Boy Advance games recently, which I will show probably in the next video or whenever I feel like it. I figured I would go ahead and show this first of the PlayStation 2 collection that I own. It is truly one of the best consoles of all time. Had so many great memories with it. Highly recommend all of you to play those games. And if any of you haven't played the PlayStation 2, you're just missing out. And I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, my MetaJolt channel, and my VidLii channel to see more videos on here. And this is the Video Gamer 64 / PlayStation 4 Gamer 64 signing off.